All right, we should be good to go. Audio should be good this time again. Just make sure that everything here looks okay. I did lose my page though. History. Where'd it go? Let me go to studio. Let's go to the live stream here. Just so I can type if I need to. I like to bring up the live stream right here. All right. Hey, Viking, how you doing? All right, there's my stats and everything. All right, so I think we're good to go. Tonight, I am going to be working on an interesting project. So I got a few new battery backups. I've had this smaller anchor for a while. This one is a like a 10,000, I think. Yeah, 10,000 milliamp hour, 37 watt hours. And then I bought two of these big boys. These ones I think are 19,500, 19,200 milliamp hours and 71.4 watt hours. So way almost double, just shy of double the size of this one. They all have power delivery and they charge everything real fast. So I want to make a dock to be able to just plug these in, kind of like I had for my old anchor, but I didn't design that one. I found that one online. So we're going to see if we can figure out how to design a little dock for these. Hey, Gunner. Oh, everything's going all right, Viking. It's just, kids. It's been a day. I did some projects today. It was a good kind of relaxing day at the house, but now we are on to other things. So I'm going to switch over to the desktop here, and now you can see where we're with. So I've already scanned the, I scanned these guys with a ruler so that I could get the scale right. So I've got my scale right on there now. I'm going to be using my calipers as well just to also approximate these, but I kind of wanted just to have that there. I guess it doesn't really help me because they are kind of crooked. I don't know. It's tough. It's hard to get things like straight in the scanner and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll just kind of, I guess, approximate it. I thought this was going to be easier with a photo, like with a scan, but don't really think it ends up being easier. I guess what I could do is I could do this. I could do edit this, and we could try and, no, what are you doing here? So if we do 4, 3, whoops, no, 3 degrees, 4 degrees, no, 2 degrees, 2.5, 2.5, there's 2.4, 2.3. That's actually pretty good right there. That looks pretty straight. So I guess that makes. Oh yeah, Aaron just said you rotate the canvas. Yeah, that looks. That looks to be about as square as I'm gonna get. So the things we really need here is we need this right here to be where I want. So I'm gonna make a new sketch on here, and I mean this I'll rectangle out even, and then we can always flare the sides on. It's just really hard to see where the bottom of it is. Let me get my calipers. Hang on a second here. Get a drink. All right. So These things are 3 mil by 3 millimeter by 9 millimeter. That's 3 mil. Okay. So now it's more of just the move this into position. Golly, that is hard to see. Yeah, that is excruciatingly hard to tell if that's lined up or not. I might just have to like free flow this without the canvas because and hope that it matches up. We'll use it as a ballpark though, I guess. Because this is 14.3 millimeters thick. So if I go down to 7.15, yeah, it's about dead center. Looks kind of dead center, I guess. So I said that's what, 14.3. So we're gonna do 14.3, and then we'll add on to this later. But I just need to get the. It's 68.6. 68.5. So 68.5. And then this from the edge. Eleven and a half millimeters. So I need to go a line from here. 11.5. Make that a construction line. Go to there, and then if I do a line from here to here, here. Wait, no. Nope, nope, no one do that. What are you doing? What are you doing? This canvas is killing me. Please turn off. Line. Where's my square at? Why is it not showing square there? Oh, it is perpendicular. Okay, great. So, hello, Andrew. Took me a second to read your name there, bud. So that's our center point right there. So I need to move this. There's probably an easier way to like show these center points and whatnot, but just do like that. Make that a construction line. Okay. Yeah, so that can be that. Cool, 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 cool. It's all wingdings, Aaron. It's all wingdings. All right, so this is the base size of my thing. And then I guess if we round it off, this has a pretty sharp curvature to it. like 60. It's like 60 mil. It's really hard to tell what that round off is. I think if we just extrude this up 100, then we can kind of make our body here. So we're gonna fillet. We're gonna fillet all of that. So it looks about right. It's really hard to tell. It's almost like the whole thing is like rounded off. Kind of like that. If I draw a line from that point to that says it's 65 across. It's really hard to measure this thing across. From there, there. That's about right, I guess. So we've got basically, this is what you're looking at. Well, this way. Because again, this port doesn't matter. It's just this one that I care about. So that's what you're looking at there. So all right, now how do we want to do this? Oh, we're like that. There we go. Turn all that off now. So well, that was the little one I was measuring. That was the big one I was supposed to be doing. Oh well, that's the little one here. That just looks really big. It looks so much bigger than this does. So, am I sure my dimensions are right? Where am I? Inspect from U to U, 14.3. Is that what I said? Sure, shooting 14.3. It's the thing. It's the issue with like modeling stuff. It just does not look that sized at all. And then we said it is 68.5. So if I inspect from there, oh wait a second, close that. Inspect that point to that point. Yep, 68.5. Okay, that is the real world size of it. So now we just need to offset this by like 3 for now. And then we need to offset this by, let's see. So if we're going to lose 0.1 on each side, I need to go more than that. So let me grab a USB-C cable because this is where that's going to come in. All right, so I got this. This is going to be kind of the interesting part to compare this to other, like if someone else was to make this, because not all jackets on a USB-C are the same. So for example, this Anchor one is 6.4 by 11.6. This other one is 6 by 12. So it's difficult to figure which one I want to use. Because obviously I don't have a 3-port fast charger. Fast chargers only come with 1 port. I mean, it would be cool if I could make this fit both, but that's honestly impossible with how big of a difference these two things are. I mean, the top of the port lines up, but nothing else does. It's wider, it's longer, and the port's not in the same place. On the bottom, it looks like it's the same place, but regardless, it would be too hard to make that fit multiple things. So, I guess the question comes down to, if I made this a 2-bay, then I'm going to go with the fast charger one. I'm going to do that. I'll go with the fast charger. So this is going to be 11.6 by 6.3. 11.6, 6.3. So cancel that. I want to do a create. I want to create a rectangle from center rectangle. So it's 6.3 by, what did I say? 11.6, something like that. Yeah, 11.6. I'm going to call that 6.5 actually. So 6.5 by 11.6. So that's how big the actual charger is. And then we're going to offset this one by 0.2 mil all the way around. So this is my base, along with, well, it'll be like this. So it'll be, I'll extrude this, like, you know, I don't know. Well, how deep does this thing go? So do 33. Because the goal is to have the USB port be stiff in here. And this is going to be a new body, and I want that body to disappear. Okay. And then this needs to come up, you know, like a fair ways. And we're going to do a cutaway on this, but see, how tall is my old one? The old one, whoa. Old one's 50, so we'll go up by 50. And then I'm gonna kind of, actually we can just do that. Nope, not like that. How big was this one? It was 33. So this needs to be 88. And then I'm going to do like that. We're going to do this as a 2-sided, like that. We're going to do just kind of like that for right now. I have to add some type of base to this, but I think this might be the point where, I guess no, I can do the rest here. So let's keep the body there. Let's get rid of the canvas. So now I want to do a new sketch here. I want to offset this by, like, I don't know, 10. We're going to extrude this up. We're going to go 3 mil. -3. And then we're going to do a, I wonder if I can do this. Ooh, can I do this? Can I do a, what was it called? Oh, what was it called? I'm going to create a, no, that won't work. Can't loft that. Can I chamfer that? If I do 2 distances, I can bring this out. Yes, sirree, Bob. Let's just go to like there. Take that all the way out. There we go. Now I've got a nice base to that. And then we're going to do another sketch here. And we're just going to go dead center to this, to there. I'm going to offset this line. How thick is my cable? We're going to make it 2 mil that way. And we're going to offset it -2 mil. And then we're going to extrude this up -4.5. And that's going to be my cable management, like that. Obey was saying, am I going to make this open source? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty niche thing that I'm making. I don't know, maybe. Most of the stuff that I design like this, I don't really publish anywhere because it's just stuff for me. And 9 times out of 10, nobody wants to make the same stuff that I do. So, yeah, so that, I mean, so this sits like here, okay, like you're looking at it from there, and then my dock would just go bloop right into that there, like that. And in this orientation, the button tells me how charged it is would be facing me with the cable going out the back. So the things with this that you kind of have to figure out is what is your cable going to be like? What type is it? How tight is it going to fit in there? I did give it a little bit of space to bend the cable like that. So the goal is that I did that enough where when that this is hard enough to push in there, so there's enough friction to hold this still, so that whenever the battery gets put down in the dock, hopefully it's enough to keep this like straight, because that guide should be pretty tight, not too tight, but tight enough that it slides in there, and it will line up perfectly with this port. So it will just plug in like so, and then pulling it out doesn't pull the whole cable out, because it's a pretty positive fit. I got to pull pretty good. So add a small rib to the upright posts. It will add a ton of strength. I don't really need strength in the upright post, Aaron. I'm not sure if I'm understanding this. Let me get here. Hang on a second. So my old battery charger was this guy here. So this is kind of what I'm trying to recreate. Okay, this was made, someone on Thingiverse, I think, made this one for that battery that I had. It was a micro USB. Let's see, micro USB cable in there. Let me do this. Hang on. Let me go bigger here. So there you go. You see the micro USB cable in there. So what I had to do is, because it was rubber housing, I ended up just shaving it down enough to fit in there. And then in the bottom, I just filled it with hot glue. So this stayed there, and it couldn't come out. So, because again, the old battery would just, I don't want to put it, just slid in there perfectly. Is this one small enough to fit? Yeah, it's still too big. But it just would slide right in there, and then all I do was just pull it up, and it would come right off of that micro USB cable. So I'm trying to kind of imitate this, but make it to fit the new battery. Yeah, the other one was quite round. This one, I don't know. We'll see if it fits. So I can kind of do this two ways. I can just kind of YOLO and throw this at the printer and see if it fits. You know, kind of I can stop the printer real close, or what I can do is I can save this now. We'll call this Anchor 10,000 milliamp hour. Oh, this is called the Power Core 3. So Anchor Power Core 3 charger, or Power Core 3 charging stand. Okay. So what I can do is I can copy this body. I can. Is it gonna let me paste it? It's not gonna let me. We'll just do this. Hang on. Don't save that. I'm just going to paste it right in here. My God, I'm having such issues with Fusion lately. Or I think it's my mouse. I don't know. I think I need to replace. I just got this mouse though. This one should be fine. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a sketch, and I'm going to just rectangle and one down here. And I'm just going to do these as two-sided, and we're just going to cut away all that. And I'm just going to print this. And this is a much smaller. Oh, geez Louise, I didn't switch it over. I'm sorry. So all I did was I just drew two. Let's just draw this back. Okay, so I just made another copy. I drew two squares here, and then I extruded the two squares to cut it away. And oh shit! Oh my goodness, stop! I hit the play button. So this way, I now just have this smaller part that I can at least tell if the sides is the proper size, and if the USB port A is in the right place for this, and B, if it actually will hold my USB port. Because if it's off by a little bit, I should be able to tell by keeping it where it is. I should be able to measure there a little bit. It's only going to be a hair off, I think. Honestly, it's not going to be too far off, if anything. So I think it will be okay. So I'm just going to get this and call this test. And then I'm going to save this out to there. And then we'll come into here. Let's switch over to Fastlane. Has filament in it, so we'll switch over to Fastlane. This is just going to be, I don't want protopop, so we'll just do replace, fine, whatever, it's fine. We do no supports, and yeah, we're just gonna do, oh, I'll do 3 parameters, that's fine. And then let's add in the test, slice and dice, whoops, let's remove that color swap. That one as well, please, thank you. Slice that again, and yeah, we're just going to take this down to 10%. Still an hour to make the test. I could make it smaller, but I kind of want to make sure that like the whole bit slides in there easy enough. But I could just do this, just a few layers and then stop it. We'll see. Just make sure my IP address on this printer is not changed. So it should be 132 or 32. We'll see. It is still, nope, it's 93 now. Test, okay, okay. Upload and print. So yeah. Okay, it's not booted yet, so let's do, I gotta find it. Where is it at? Switch to fast lane. Sometimes this printer does not want to boot properly, so restart firmware. It's just because it is a, it's an NZ board with a Pi 0 on it. There she is. There it is. All right. And did you get the test? You did. Okay, so we can go ahead and print that. I think this printer still needs updated because the interfaces, it's interesting that the interfaces aren't always the same in Fluid for some reason. I don't understand why, but it's not a big issue. It's just weird. There was something else I wanted to work on a design for. What was it? What was it? What was it? What was it? Hey, Baloo. Haven't seen you in a long time, buddy. I was making a charger base right here for my battery bank. So I started with the small one first. Kind of going to see how this goes. And then if I'm successful with this, then I'll kind of just make it a little bit bigger and then make it for the big guy. Oh, usually, so Viking, usually it's when I power it on, it's just, it takes that Pi 0 a hot second to actually, like, be ready to roll. All right, we're heating up good. Nozzle temperature, bed's getting there. So I started doing a video, if you guys will see right here. This is a video I was working on, and it's an absolute fail of a project. I'm so bummed about it, but I'm going to upload it as a failure. Just have to actually edit the, well, I need to finish recording it and then edit it, but yeah, absolute failure of a project. And I wasted so much filament and expensive protopasta filament too. So I'm just so bummed about that. What's the water left? Yeah. But I thought there was something else that I needed to try and design for around the house, and I can't remember what it is now. It was going to be some rod holders, but I ended up finding some fishing rod holders on printables, so I didn't have to end up designing that. Totally don't remember now. Yeah, so that's the issue, Viking, with when I using the NZ board in Fastlane and Hound down here. So those fans aren't controllable, where on all the other boards I have a control fan on them and I'm able to turn that on and off. I think I actually have it just hooked up to the hot end fan, No, I have a controller fan on all the other ones because there's a controller fan port on most of the other boards that I'm using. So I can just have that fan turn off. But for at least, I guess Fastlane doesn't have a fan on it, but there's two fans on Hound, and that because that's a Pi 3 enclosed with the NZ board. I really want to make sure I had fans on it to actually make sure that everything stayed nice and cool in there and it didn't overheat. So that Hound is very loud. I have to turn that machine off. There we go. Now we're cooking. Okay. That wasn't too bad. It was, half an hour to design that. Not too bad at all. I'm hoping it works out as well as this one did. Because I printed this, I don't even know how long ago I printed this. Oh, thanks, Obey. Oh, that's no fun. I've been looking at some new boards. I still cannot decide what to build next, honestly. I've gotten rid of pretty much all of the prefab printers except for the FT5, obviously the Prusa, and the We Do X40 because that's my IDEX machine. But I'm still deciding on what to buy next, whether I do a Tiny M and source all the parts, or whether I go with an actual Voron V0 point whatever they're on now, a kit to buy that online. Because now that I salvaged a Pi from another project, I can save a ton of money on a actual Voron kit because the Voron kit's added $100 for a Pi 3, and these should be like $35. So I'm not really sure where I want to go with that. I hate to jinx it, but man, I love this clone. It just works so good. Did you finish it, Aaron? I can't build anything that big, Viking. That thing is way too big. I got nowhere here to put it whatsoever. I had to move the BLV down here under my desk so I could start using that more often. And I printed a few things on it. I did a test cube. Um, it came out pretty good. I mean, there's a few inconsistencies in it, but this is at a point 0.4 layer height, 0.5 layer height, something pretty beefy. Um, and I had the speed kind of jacked for this. So doing a slower print, I think will have less imperfections in it. But really, I just have to print a few big things that I need. Like, I don't need it to be the world's most accurate thing. Not Word document. It's getting close. Okay. Oh, Fenrir's your tiny one. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't even know you were building that, Viking. I guess I have really been off social media. I don't really use Facebook anymore. Twitter, I'm rarely on there. It's usually Instagram now where I see anything. I don't even really go on Facebook anymore, even. Um, But yeah, this old cable is just, it's funny. The old cable from this thing here was from my Verizon phone from like, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20 years ago maybe. Like the plastic is just, the rubber on the thing is just absolutely just peeling and flaking apart now. Yeah, a lot of people still post a lot of stuff on Twitter. I just don't see it. It's just, life is just way too crazy right now. Today was the only day I had to do stuff around the house in weeks. My mom's visiting from the States for a month and a half. So today I just really spent doing stuff around the house, little things for the kids, tree house, stuff like that. Um, Tomorrow we've got a brunch. I've got a scout meeting. It's just too much going on to really dig into stuff and figure out what I want to build. Oh, you're in the Netherlands. Very cool. He ordered a 3D printer to your spot. Nice. I've been away from home for a long time. Because actually, way back when I had, oh goodness, I think it was when I had Madeline, that Riley put together a basically GoFundMe to buy me a Folgertech 2020 i3 for me to build while I was home on paternity leave. That was funny. So that printer is now, you can't see it, but it's now Megatron. It lived a good life. I used it for many years. Ended up putting a Titan Aero on it, and it became strictly my flexible filament printer. And then it was the first one that Aaron and I sacrificed to become one of the now army of custom printers that I have. Oh, accidentally sent it to home. That's not good. Okay. What's that? Email is just piling in right now. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, just really need to figure out what in the world I want to build next. Like, what do I really want to sink my teeth into? Oh, what else do we got tonight? I really thought there was something else that I needed to design something for. There's several things I need to print. I need to print an Echo holder for one of the bedrooms, an Echo dot holder. I found one before online. It was a good one. I just need to find it and print it off again to mount an Echo on the wall to get it out of the way. What was there? Oh, this was a bust, Aaron. So we talked in the last stream about this drill bit holder, and I don't know what it is about it that it really doesn't work at all. It doesn't actually like grip the drill bits well enough, just because it's plastic. I don't know if there's something I can do or put on these the teeth that are in the chuck. I don't really know what I can do to try and make them work better. Like, I don't know if I should try and slice some uh, lines down it or what, but yeah, the bits, it doesn't grip bits at all. I did order that other mini one that has other ones, so that's for the future me. That'll be great. But like for the me right now, um, this just doesn't work at all. Really, I mean, it's a super functional design. Functionally, it's great. Um, but even if I do something like this, well, that's not that way. So put that in, tighten it down. I can still just pull it right back out. Um, so I mean, there's several other ones out there. I was just really hoping this one was going to work. Um, it has to have a chuck because the drill bits that I'm using, I don't have a metric set that is quarter-inch chuck, like the quarter-inch compatible. The only set I have that's like that is standard. It's Freedom units, but I need it to be metric. So I don't know. I'll figure something else out. But I just really was hoping this was gonna work, but it was kind of a bust for the toolbox. I think that's it. Because again, I cannot remember what it is I wanted to design something for. I really can't, and it's bugging the heck out of me now. It was something I wanted to hang on a wall somewhere, to be able to hang something on the wall. Um, it's totally eluded me right now. So I guess I'm gonna call that it then for the night because I can't remember what it is. So what I'll do, again, no idea. If you guys have any suggestions on what to do for some of the streams, just hang out, Q&A, stuff like that. If there's anything particular you'd like to see me do, maybe I'll remember what it is and I'll work on it next week. Very well could be. Are we here next week? Yeah, we're here next weekend. So yeah, make sure you guys come hang out in the Discord, post projects you're working on. Viking, I'm talking to you so I can keep in track of what you're doing. It might have been something for Lego, Aaron. I don't really know. I'm working on some renders and stuff like that. My wife saw some cool stuff at the at Legoland that she wants me to try and make, so I'm designing it in Studio right now. So Lego has a studio app, and she wanted a Christmas tree, so I am figuring out how I am gonna make that. So this is kind of what I'm starting with. Still not done yet, but as a base, and then the kids can like put various things on all of it. But it's got a pretty good shape to it. I like the more staggered edges that it has compared to other things, but this is kind of like the only Lego thing. It wasn't anything to print though, which I thought it was, but I don't know. Um, anyways, I'll figure it out. I'll probably remember one day this week, and then I will do that next weekend then. So thank you all for joining in. And like I said, join the Discord. Check out the links down below, stuff like that. I have a couple videos that I need to edit. Hopefully, I will get those out sometime here in the very near future. So we'll see how that goes. Until then, happy printing, and I'll catch y'all next time.